All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join us here tonight. Tonight, I have a very, very special topic to discuss here. And I've already brought on my wonderful, beautiful, amazing lady. She's live on the air with me right now on the StreamYard. Hello, baby. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic tonight. How are you, my love?
I'm doing very, very well. You know, baby, after my walk earlier, and I was talking about this on my walk, I tried that Kirkland brand Allerfex, which is, it's like Allegra. I think Allegra makes it for them. I'm just feeling amazing. I believe Allegra does make it for Kirkland, for Costco, Kirkland brand. But it just seems to be working better than the actual Allegra brand. And
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like $1,000,000 and I'm full of energy and I'm ready to rock this. Now,
No, and
baby,
I completely agree with you, babe. I think the rain kind of washed some of these allergens out of here because
yeah.
I'm feeling better today as well.
Yeah, maybe it more so has to do with the rain washing away the allergens, but this Kirkland brand, Allerfex, which it says compared to Allegra, I believe Allegra makes it for them, is just amazing. So I feel really, really good. And I just heard a bloop. That means I believe RJ Sandifer is backstage.
Oh,
RJ,
he
hang
just
on,
popped in.
hang on a second before we bring you on, RJ. Babe, anything else new you want to mention to the wonderful crowd out there before we bring RJ on and get to this topic here tonight, money versus morality, or money over morality, or morality over money? It's going to be an interesting show.
Well, no, I think I'll save that for the show, but no, today was just a great day, all in general. Like, I went to my meeting and it was very interesting hearing some stories and seeing the people that were there. Um, which, every time I go is always very interesting to see who's there and who's not. And
And that was
what?
for the people that haven't tuned in before. That was your AA meeting. You've been attending Alcoholics
Yes,
Anonymous meetings. Go ahead.
yes. And that is court appointed. I'm going to just say that. Um, due to the DUI I got back in February. So I will own my shit. I'm fine with that. But yeah, no, it is very enlightening and very interesting. And then I got some other things done today that I had to get done in the backyard. I got some yard work done, got that cleaned up. Had some people over to do some work in the yard, so that was productive. Um, and yeah, I just feel like it was a great day altogether, just getting
Mhm.
things done and moving forward in a productive way.
Well, that's fantastic, baby. That's fantastic. Let's go ahead and bring on RJ Sandifer here and get this show on the road. What do you say?
I say, let's go.
All right, let's welcome our other special guest, Mr. R.J. Sandifer. Big round of applause.
Yay!
RJ's in the house.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. How's your day going, RJ?
Well, it's going as well as can be expected, but hey, when your silence is being interrupted by your grand niece's loud crying all the way across the house. Yeah, that's it's my sister's granddaughter, and she's 1 year old, and she started daycare yesterday, and so they brought her home today, and she has done nothing but scream and scream and scream and cry.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh my god, So I try to come back here for a little bit of relief, and to the bedroom for a little bit of relief, and
RJ, is that one of those good Lord Almighty moments?
yes,
Yeah, that's a
times
drive me to drink moment.
Oh,
times 20,
don't say that, baby.
times 20. I mean, look, I love her. It ain't my kid. It's my niece's kid. Okay, it's my niece's kid. Not and um, it's my sister's husband's child. Uh, it's her from his first marriage. It's her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So because the the baby's mother unfortunately had to serve some time, and so we're keeping the child until she gets out,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hectic. I mean, you have that plus you have you have her plus you have Zachary doing his high
Mm-hmm.
school stuff because he's a junior this year.
Oh, wow.
Plus
He's
you
getting up
have
there.
oh yeah. Plus we just found out last night, and I believe I mentioned it on my show, but I'll mention it here. My niece, who's involved in Special Olympics, she's going to South Carolina to the American Special Olympics Championship for tennis in October.
Wow. That's great.
So she gets, oh yeah, so she gets to meet some of the superstars from WWE because they support Special Olympics. And I believe from what my brother-in-law was telling me, that some of the tennis pros are going to actually be there and play with some of the athletes, like play tennis with some of the athletes and help them out and watch them play, for the championship and stuff like that. And it's going to be awesome. Yeah, and
Mm.
I mean, here's this young lady in 2020 while COVID's going on, and she'd been playing tennis on the Wii, and her her dad, my brother-in-law said, "Hey, you want to go shoot some balls with me at the tennis court?" Well, then they took her to the they went to the tennis court and they were shooting balls, and this man walks up and says, "Hey, I'm a tennis coach and I'm doing tennis lessons. Would you like
Mm-hmm.
for your daughter to play tennis with us?" And he's like, "Well, do you want to play with him?" And my niece was like, "Yes." Um, this is the one with autism. That
Right,
my
right.
niece with autism, and she said yes. Well, the man, shoots some balls with her for a while, and they practice with the racket and everything. And then at the end of the lesson, my brother-in-law says, "Well, how much should I pay you?" And the man says, "Normally, for tennis lessons, I charge $50. But you told me that your daughter has autism. I have an autistic son. I'm giving her tennis lessons free of charge. You don't owe me a
Wow.
thing.
Wow.
That's
You
very
don't owe
kind,
me a thing."
RJ. Very kind.
And he actually worked with her on her how to hold the racket, her hitting, her strokes, everything. And um, I, I believe it was a few months ago. She got a call. My brother-in-law got a call that the man passed away.
Oh no.
Wow.
The first tennis coach she ever had, he got her from not being, just first starting out playing tennis to where she went onto the high school tennis team here for 2 years,
Wow.
her 11th and 12th grade year. And it was her, I believe it was last year, at the end of her senior year, she was going to go to a tennis tournament, and the day before the tournament is when she found out that her coach had died of a heart
Oh,
attack. And
Yeah.
what we didn't know was, because they had called and they said, "Well, we need you to do something with his dog. You know, we need you to come here because we have something to tell you about his dog." We didn't know this, but the coach wanted to give Carol his dog.
oh
Wow.
my.
And so when he passed away, his dog, her coach's dog, automatically came to us. That was his gift to my niece.
You know,
And see
RJ,
that
God, go ahead.
well, see, and that's the thing, when you're good to people and you help people out, um, you get rewarded. And I see that's why I really like to stress, that people with autism, if they're high functioning enough to know, to learn different things, they need to learn that their disability does not define them.
Right.
If I were to bring my niece with autism in here right now and put this headset on her and ask her, "What is your opinion of autism?" she would tell you, in the words of a Darman, because she likes the YouTuber Darman,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a quote that is in one of his films: "Autism is not a disability, it's just a different ability." And that has
Right.
become her motto.
Yes.
And
Amen.
she believes that. She really
I
believes,
love that.
That
and
is,
she's
that
very,
is, go ahead.
yeah, and she's very determined. She's very determined when she gets on that tennis court, she's a totally different person.
That's good.
People wouldn't even know she wouldn't, people wouldn't even know she was autistic unless they told her, because she even went to a tennis tournament. It was the State Games of America, and these are non-disabled people. These are non-disabled women,
Mm-hmm.
and she beat them. Her first time there, she
Wow.
beat these women for the championship, for the first place championship, and now she's going to South Carolina. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you're autistic or not. You can still accomplish what you want to accomplish.
Right.
RJ, I've never really looked at autism as a disability.
Yeah,
I come from healthcare, um, and I've really never looked at it as a disability.
good deal.
I've seen a lot of people that are very high functioning, that can do a lot of good things in this world.
Hmm.
They're actually some of the most intelligent people
Yeah.
that we have,
Oh yeah.
and we need to utilize them,
Oh yeah.
and not isolate them in, you know, this little bucket of, oh, you're autistic.
Yeah.
We don't trust you.
And we, I'm amazed at how well she gets, and like now
Just letting you
just
know,
knowing,
let's start. Let's try to wrap up this intro here because we
I,
really
I,
have a
I know,
lot to go over on this show. But go ahead. Go ahead.
I know, but eh, Eli, I'm just happy, she's able to do this because she's showing people that yeah, she might have this label, but the label doesn't define her, and that's
It
what,
doesn't define her.
yeah,
Nope.
and
Right.
she's very, and she's also in college. She's going for culinary school. In fact, she has
Okay.
class tomorrow. So,
Wonderful.
I mean, it just shows what
Queen.
can happen. Yes,
Yeah.
when
Yeah, she's being a boss right now.
oh
That's
yeah,
that's awesome.
Good
That is
for
awesome.
her.
That is
oh yeah,
awesome, and I think what we can do is maybe do a separate dedicated show to this, and maybe even get her on at some point. I think that would be awesome. Real quick before we get to the topic here, Autism Mom, the two is in the chat. She says, "My kids are smart like Einstein, who also was said to have autism. Absolutely. Welcome to the show,
Exactly.
Autism Mom Tutu. All right, we got to get right to it because there's a lot to go over, and we're going to try to get this done in the next hour and 36 minutes. We've got 2 blogs to go over, and each of us share our feedback. The topic tonight is money and morality, how money changes the way you think and feel. One more time, the topic is money and morality, how money changes the way you think and feel. Now, let me ask my lady quick what her thoughts are regarding the title, and then I'll ask RJ very briefly, and then we're going to get to the first of 2 blocks here. We'll take a break in between the blocks. So what are your thoughts about that title, baby? When you see that title, what do you think?
Oh, yeah, no, baby. That was something that absolutely came up today as a topic in the AA meeting as well. Um, you know, people going out there and just flashing money, and that's all it is about. And um, their moralities are lessened because of the money that they have.
Yes, and that is a part
They,
of it, but also how they make the money can create
yes,
a moral issue and an
yes.
ethical issue. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that I was going to lead into that as well.
Okay.
But it's like how they're spending it, how they're making it,
Mm-hmm.
that is all leading into that morality. We were talking about that earlier. I don't have any, you know, any inkling in my body on how to hustle, you know, to make money. So when I need to make money, I get a job legitimately. Or, if I need to make extra money outside of my job, I will do recycling, you
Well,
know?
babe, real quick, when
I
you say hustling, we got to clarify what you mean by that because hustling has a good meaning and a bad meaning. Hustling can mean working hard and smart and doing things the right way. You have to work hard and smart and hustle to make money even legitimately. But what you're saying is being a hustler, according to the stereotype of I'm going to hustle you out of money, right?
Yes.
That's what you're
Yes.
saying, right? Go ahead.
I'm finding any way or reason to hustle you out of your money.
Right.
I don't know how to do that. And
Neither
my
do
my
I.
brain and my heart can't can't even fathom that. I don't even have
Right.
words to even speak because my morality and my ethics and how I was brought up won't even let me speak on this,
Mm.
Right. Right.
you know?
Perfectly said there, baby. Well said. Anything else before we get to RJ here?
No.
Thank you for your thoughts, baby. Well said. How about you, RJ? What are your thoughts regarding, money and morality? How money changes the way you think and feel? Very interesting subject, huh, RJ?
Well, uh, it's really good that you brought this up last night when you was on my show because I think it's because we were talking about the whole YouTube thing,
Right. Right.
and I think to bring it to that, you have people that are poor, that really don't have much, um, and they're like, oh, if I had money, I could do this. If I could have money, I could do that. I mean, I think whether or not you have money or you don't have money, that's not the relevant thing. I think the relevant thing is your mindset, how you view money. Because if you say, oh, well, I have all this money and I'm better than you, and you treat people like shit, then what good is it? Because people aren't going to like you, they're not going to trust you.
Right.
Or you could have all the money in the world and you could be the kindest, gentlest soul in the neighborhood. I mean,
Correct.
there's, money itself, and see, this is where my theology degree is going to come in here.
Okay.
People misuse the verse, money is the root of all evil. It does not say that. It says money is a root of all evil.
Truth.
It is a root of all evil.
It can be if you allow it to be.
Yeah, right. Basically,
Right.
what Paul is saying in that verse is, if you allow yourself to be tempted by money
Hmm.
in a negative way, because I mean, let's face it, we all need money to survive. We need money to pay our bills. We need money to buy our food. We need money to go to the doctors even. I mean, because none of it's free.
Right.
Okay, to go to the doctor, or to to get your car checked or whatever, you have to have money. It's an essential part of life.
Baby, are you moving around? You're shuffling things around. It's coming right through your mic. You may want to mute when you're doing
Oh,
that.
I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. It's okay, honey. It's okay.
But
Go ahead, RJ.
but see, and that's the thing, and people misunderstand that particular that particular passage to mean, oh well, money's evil. He's not saying that money itself is evil. He's saying that the way you view money could be considered evil.
Right.
If money is all you think about, and you'll do anything to get it, even if it means something immoral, that's where it's evil. That's where it's
Right.
evil. Like what some of these people are doing with YouTube monetization and their PayPal and stuff like that, and creating fake instigated drama. But I digress. Money is not the root of all evil. It can be if you allow it to be, but
Well, if
then
you
again
allow
on
it,
the flip,
yeah.
yeah, but then again on the flip side, like I said before, you know, to tonight's Wednesday. It's Powerball night. You or somebody else out there could win the jackpot and say, you know what? I'm not going to keep all of the money. I'm going to give some of it to charity. I'm going to give
Charity.
some of it
Yeah.
to,
Right.
wherever. And that's the thing is it's how you use it. Um, I know that I've had family members that extended family that live beyond their means. Um, they're in debt, and yet there's my sister and I. We are able to balance our budget, and see, it's I think that's the thing. If you can balance your budget, if you can balance your finances and stuff like that, you don't have to worry about going into debt. And it's like me and her were talking about, in the way things are now, we have to cut back on a few things because of the way the economy is.
Right. I agree. Well said, RJ. Very well said, man. I could not have said it better myself. Basically, it's up to each individual if they want to, accept money to do something immoral. So, that's up to each individual. Someone can offer you money to do something immoral. And when I say immoral or unethical, that doesn't mean what people are doing is illegal. There's a difference between something being illegal and being immoral, and unethical, right? And it's up to each individual whether they want to allow themselves to accept payment for something immoral or unethical. So let's get right to it, okay? We're going to go ahead and switch on over to the browser screen and get to the first of two blogs here. After the first one, we're going to take a break. And babe, you should be able to see this pop up on your screen. There is a 1 minute delay between what we're doing here live and what's going out to YouTube, just in case we need to dump the delay and prevent something from going out to YouTube that we don't want going out there, I've got protection, RJ. I've got a big condom on my channel.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
all good. And babe, remember I believe you're still muted. You can unmute if you want. Sifu Smo's in the house. Dion. He says, "Hey Eli,
What?
hey D."
Dion's in the house. Welcome.
Yeah. That's like your like the son you never had, right?
Yeah.
You have a son, but I mean that's like another son. I mean that's
Son,
but that's like your second son that you've never had. Anyway,
yes.
welcome to the show, Dion. Great to see you here, bro. I hope everything's going well in your neck of the woods, and you and your lady are ready to bring in a beautiful child into this world. I heard what happened, and God bless you both, and glad that you both are okay. My thoughts and prayers have been with you and will remain with you. All right, so this is how this is going to go. I'm going to go ahead and read parts of this blog here, and then I'm going to go to you, babe, first, and then RJ. And please, when you both respond to your commentary, keep it to like a minute or a minute and a half or less, because if not, we're not going to get through it, and we're going to be here all night. So try to keep your responses as short as possible, but with your point made as well. This first blog is from the website ScienceDaily.com, and the title is Morals versus Money, How We Make Social Decisions. One more time, Morals versus Money, How We Make Social Decisions. It was written on February 6, 2019. Source, University of Zurich. Summary. Here's the summary. Babe, you're still doing a bunch of you multitask while you're on these shows.
No,
huh,
I'm
done.
I'm done.
It's all good, baby. It's all good. I'm
I'm
having fun.
to move this stuff.
I'm in a great mood.
I just had to move stuff for the dogs.
Baby, I'm in a great mood, and you put a big smile on my face, so thank you. Okay. Anyway,
I love you.
Here's the summary. That was a little too much fluff, but you earned it, baby. You earned it. Okay. Summary. Our actions are guided by moral values. One would only hope and think, right, guys and gals? However, monetary incentives can get in the way of our good intentions. No shit. Neuroeconomists have now investigated in which area of the brain conflicts between moral and material motives are resolved. Their findings reveal that our actions are more social when these deliberations are inhibited. Anything you want to add to that, babe, real quick before we move on?
No.
RJ, anything you want to add to that, or did that say it all?
Yeah, I think I think it's a good topic. I think we have a good topic here.
You feeling all right, brother? You sound a little tired. Are you tired?
Yeah, would it be all right if I just jump off, and I can probably do this tomorrow, buddy?
Yeah, no worries, RJ. I could tell you're tired or something is distracting you, so go do what you got to do, and thank you for stopping by, man.
No, I'm just feeling kind of tired at the moment.
It's okay, bro. No worries.
All
It
right,
hit you.
thank you, buddy.
No worries,
Thank
RJ.
you. Thank you for
buddy.
being here. No problem,
Yeah,
man. Have a good night. All right, let's continue here. Our
All right,
actions.
Dion, do you want to pop on?
Okay. Yeah,
Ask,
if anyone wants,
see
if anyone wants to pop on, what I will do is I will put the StreamYard link in the Coach Eli moderator group page. Again, I'm just asking the mods, do not share this link with anyone. Anyone unknown will not be let on the panel. Plus, I've got my porn bomber. Obviously, I don't have to show the StreamYard screen. So, and I have a 40. We have a 40. It's not sorry. We have a 1 minute delay, so we can always cut it before it goes to YouTube. So it's not even worth trying to porn bomb us. Sifu Smo says, LOL, yes, thank you. They're doing fine. Sifu Smo furthermore says, Ashley says hello and she loves the topic, by the way. Yeah, it's a phenomenal topic. Thank you so much, Dion and Ashley. We appreciate you both.
Well,
So let me just give me a second here, babe. I'm going to share this in the Coach Eli moderator group page. In case anybody wants to pop on in.
pop on in.
Yeah, hang on a second. Wants to come. Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know what happened to RJ. All of a sudden, he went from energy to not
I
having.
think it had a lot to do with what he was talking about.
You think so? I don't know. He
What
sounded
was
kind of
going
distracted.
on in his life? Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of sounded a bit distracted. So I think something else came up because
It's all
he
good.
he didn't even respond. No disrespect, love you, RJ. He didn't even respond to what I was asking directly. So no worries. I hope he's doing okay. I hope you're doing okay, RJ, and we look forward to the next time. All right. So I can in a bit, just finishing dinner. No worries, Dion. If you want to pop on in, you may be backstage for a little bit, but we'll get you on when we can. We may be even on break when you pop on. So just hang tight backstage if you come back, and we'll get you on ASAP. All right, let's get this rolling here. Our actions are guided by moral values. However, monetary incentives can get in the way of our good intentions. That's basically the same thing as a summary. The summary up top is the same as the first paragraph. So I'm not going to read it again. When donating money to a charity or doing volunteer work, we put someone else's needs before our own and forego our own material interests in favor of moral values. Studies have described this behavior as reflecting either a personal predisposition for altruism, an instrument for personal reputation management, or a mental trade-off of the pros and cons associated with different actions. So, I guess what that's saying is that, people are going to spend their money in different ways. People are going to make their money in different ways. Some ways are for, the right reasons morally and ethically, and other ways aren't. What are your thoughts about that before we continue, baby?
Well, yeah, and I feel that people are being forced. Like some people are coerced into making donations because they make so much money. They're like, oh, well, you should donate. And I think that's going on a lot here in this country. And I think we should donate. We should donate to the causes. I don't believe we shouldn't. And the people who have the money should. I don't feel like, right now in my situation, I'm going to my meetings and I'm still donating to my meetings. And that's
Right.
money out of my pocket that I'm not making. And it's because I want to help their situation. But you know what? I shouldn't have to do that. But my morals and ethics tell me I should
Right.
because I'm sitting in that room and listening to them, you know? So, it's a hard situation to live with
Well,
right now.
and you believe in the program too, baby. I honestly think
I
that people
believe,
should.
yeah, I
Go
believe
ahead.
in the
God.
program. I believe in, with everything, with what everything is putting out, everybody that's putting out, they deserve everybody's time and effort deserves money.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever they want to put out there and give you deserves some money.
Of course.
Nobody
Well,
is worthless.
I was going to
Nobody
say,
is worthless.
you're so quick. And when you get a thought, like your voice is so powerfully loud, like even if someone tries to get in and responds, it's kind of hard to do it. And it's all good. I
So
appreciate your
sorry.
passion. No, that's no need to apologize. I was just going to say that I honestly feel that people should donate if they can to reputable organizations that have a good cause that are going to help other people. And you got to do
Yeah.
your research, and you got to look at the longevity of these nonprofit organizations. If you're going to donate, first of all, one of the best places to donate are places that are officially a 501c3 nonprofit organization according to the government. And because there are strict requirements to become a 501c3 nonprofit, and there are strict things to upkeep to maintain your 501c3 nonprofit status. So look for the status of the nonprofit organization. You can actually donate money to anyone for any reason, just for breathing. And if you want to do that, that's up to you. But if you are actually looking to donate to a good cause and you want to make sure your money helps that good cause and it's not siphoned by somebody or embezzled or whatever, right? You got to do your research. And that's all I wanted to say, baby.
Yeah,
Makes sense?
no, and programs like AA are going to be legitimate
Of
causes.
course.
You know, and you don't have to give them a lot of money. They're asking for like $2 to $3 a meeting. Pay for coffee.
Well,
That's it.
the last meeting you and I went to, we threw them a 10 spot combined. You did. And I thought that was very generous. That was very, very kind.
And in the last week at my place, I've given them $20.
Wow.
$10 each.
Wow.
But
well,
that's because it's well worth it. And karma sees that.
yeah.
I'm giving back to the people that need it, including myself.
Absolutely. Let me make sure that is the real Tam Ms. T, and it is.
Oh, I can't see. It's very blurry on my TV right now.
Yeah, it's probably because of your limited bandwidth and being on the show. It's okay. It'll clear up.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'd like to welcome Tam Ms. T to the Coach Eli moderator moderator crew. Welcome, Tam Ms. T. We're going to give her a big round of applause.
Welcome,
you see, baby?
Ms. Tam.
Oh, and Tam Ms. T, here's my support to you both. Thank you guys with the $2 Australian super chat. All of your super chats are adding up, Tam. Tam. Wow. Thank you very much, Tam. And welcome once again to the moderator
You're a beautiful
crew.
person, Tam. Thank you.
Yeah, and she's just beautiful without the money. The money's a bonus, and we really appreciate it. Let me catch up on the chat here real quick. Let's see. Seafood Mimosa Churches. Tam Miss T says it's me. LOL. Tam, is there any way we can connect with you, like on social media, or do you have an email on your about section of your channel? I'd like to, if you're on Facebook, we can even add you to the Coach Eli moderator group chat. And we want to get the new moderators in there as well. It's much easier to communicate. So you let us know how you want to do that, and we'll make it happen. Or just email me at coacheli@coach.eliasmelas.com. The email's below in the description or on the About section of my channel here, or even my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. Thank you again for your $2 Australian super chat. Much love and appreciation.
Thank you. Much love.
Sipusmo Dion says, hello, Tam. All right. Awesome. All right, let's continue here. Impact of electromagnetic stimulation on donating behavior. Wow, that's interesting. A research team led by UZH professor Christian Ruff from the Zurich Center for Neuroeconomics, has now investigated the neurobiological origins of unselfish behavior. Ooh, unselfish behavior is what I like, baby. It's the selfish stuff I hate. The
Yeah.
researchers focused on the right temporal parietal junction.
Temporal. What is the other word?
Right temporal, P-A-R-I-E, parietal, P-A-R-I-E-T-A-L, junction. An area, well, they're actually explaining what it is within the blog, so I don't have to Google it, but an area of the brain that is believed to play a crucial role in social decision. An area of the brain that is believed to play a crucial role in social decision-making processes. Thank you for correcting me, baby. I stand corrected. To understand the exact function of the RTPJ, they engineered an experimental setup in which participants.
Shush.
Okay. We've got some fans in the background there.
God dang. They don't like that brain talk.
Okay, well, that's tough luck. Okay. So to understand the exact function of the RTPJ, they engineered an experimental setup in which participants had to decide whether and how much they wanted to donate to various organizations. Through electromagnetic stimulation of the RTPJ, the researchers were then able to determine which of the three types of considerations, predisposed altruism, reputation management, or trading off moral and material values, are processed in this area of the brain. That is interesting, baby. They're digging deep into people's brains to figure out what makes them decide how to donate their money, where to donate their money, or et cetera, right? That's pretty crazy stuff, huh?
No, it is, and it isn't. It makes total sense to me.
Okay.
Just because I am, on the scientific spectrum, and I have, that medical background. No, I see this as being very interesting, and I would like to see where this comes out.
Well, let's continue.
What they find from this, because it's very interesting.
Well, check this out, babe. Look at the next paragraph there. Can you see it on your screen now?
What? No, it's totally blurry.
It's totally blurry?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it'll clear up. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, moral by default, money by deliberation. The researchers found that people have a moral preference for supporting good causes and not wanting to support harmful or bad causes. Well, one would only hope. However, depending on the strength of the monetary incentive, let's repeat that again. However, depending on the strength of the monetary incentive, people will at one point switch to selfish behavior. That says it all right there. Let me repeat it one more time. However, depending on the strength of the monetary incentive, people will at one point switch to selfish behavior. When the authors reduced the excitability of the RTPJ using electromagnetic stimulation, the participants' moral behavior remained more stable. If we don't let the brain deliberate on conflicting moral and monetary values, people are more likely to stick to their moral convictions and aren't swayed, even by high financial incentives, explains Christian Ruff. That is interesting. Let me finish this paragraph, then you can say what you got to say. According to the neuroeconomist, this is a remarkable finding since, in principle, it is also conceivable that people are intuitively guided by financial interests and only take the altruistic path as a result of their deliberations. Very interesting, baby. Very, very interesting. In essence, they're saying people really want to do the right thing, But when money motivates them to do the wrong thing, they'll choose doing the wrong thing for the money, which to me makes me flabbergasted. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, what does that say about me and like the situation with my friend in Sacramento and what happened with her?
What do you
You
mean?
know
The
what I'm
recent
talking
one?
about? What, the recent one
Are you
where I
talking
just
about?
sent her money?
Oh, yeah, that same friend that we've talked about out here in the past. I'll say it real quick, then you can respond. That same friend, with the kid that you used to, deliver diapers and stuff, right? And then you stopped doing it, and you didn't speak for a while. You reconnected with her, everything was fine, and then she put something out on social media. You told me that she lost a backpack, full of her expensive equipment and stuff, right? And so
Yes.
you felt bad. Your money's pretty tight. Our money's been pretty tight lately. Even though our money was tight, you felt bad and you sent her what, $50?
$50
And
on
my reaction
Amazon.
and what was my reaction to that? Baby.
Very angry. I
Why I
mean, you
wasn't
weren't mad at me, but you were like,
well,
why are
I was
you
like I
doing
was like
something like that?
I said, why the hell are you sending this woman $50 when, you got to stretch your money as far as possible? Now, baby, I understand you're a giving person and you'll give your last penny to help someone else. And from that standpoint, I commend you. So I wasn't in essence mad at you. I was just saying, I can see if we were in a better place where money wasn't as tight, but, you know, at the same time, this woman ended up finding her thing and she's still going
Yeah,
to
but
keep the
look
money.
what happened. Karma happened. I sent her that $50. Her two girlfriends in that area searched and they found her stuff. So it all worked out in the end. She still has the $50 to use it for anything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you know
You
what
know?
you want to know what I would have done if I was her in that situation because of the morals,
Sent
values,
it
and ethics
back
I have. I would have sent it back, but she won't. She will not send that money back. I guarantee you, she will not send that money back.
because I would send it right back to her.
Well, and I would say you shouldn't because you send her that money
Well,
for a
and she
purpose to try
knows
to help
that.
her out. Well, if
Yeah,
she,
and
oh,
she
here's
knows
here.
that it would be a pointless thing for her to send it to me because I'd send it right back to her.
Okay, here's a case that's perfect. You brought up the perfect example, and I'm so proud of you, baby, for bringing this up because it makes perfect sense for this show. This is the case where your friend is choosing money over morality. The moral thing to do would be, hey, I found my stuff. My friend sent me this money to try to recover some of this stuff. I recovered everything, so I should send the money back that was sent to recover the stuff, but I don't need that money anymore because I recovered it. We found it, right? So the moral thing to do, the
Yes.
morally right thing to do would be to send the money back right away, no questions asked. But that's not going to happen because most people will choose money over morality. Now, if you asked her for the money back, I'm sure she would probably give it back to you. And if she didn't, then that says a lot about how true your
Our
friendship is,
friendship.
right? Right.
Yeah.
But that was a great example, baby. Anything else you want to add to that? I just kind of wanted to share the story to
Well,
speed it up a little bit, but go ahead.
yeah, no, I just want to go back on the sense that even if she did send it back, I would send it right back to her. Like I once I give something, it's given. I don't take it back.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, like even if it was to replace something and it was found, take that money and use it for something else then.
Yeah, but you know what, baby? Here's the thing. Even if you were to give it back to her, if she sent it to you, if she at least even tried or offered to send it back, that to me would show good faith, right? Instead, she hasn't said a
Yes.
damn word. She hasn't said a damn word. She told you
Yes, but you have to understand,
yeah,
we have 16 years behind us.
that
She
doesn't mean
knows
shit.
better.
Yeah,
No,
you
she
know what?
knows better.
She does. She does.
She
bottom
knows
line
if she
is,
sends it back to me, I'll send it right back to her.
yeah,
We played this game.
but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Even if she knows that, she should at least try to send it back, because that shows good faith. But anyway, I'm not gonna argue two women. I'm not gonna argue one woman. I don't argue women because it doesn't go anywhere. But anyway, I
It's
love you, baby.
pointless.
Yeah, it
Love
is. It's
you.
all good. Love you too, baby. We're like naturals here on the air now, right? We got this, right?
Got this.
All right, let's continue so we can take our first break in a second. Brain region mediates conflicts. Although people's decisions were more social than thought that their actions were being watched, this behavior was not affected by electromagnetic stimulation of the RTPJ. This means that considerations regarding one's reputation are processed in a different area of the brain. In addition, the electromagnetic stimulation led to no difference in the general motivation to help. Therefore, the authors concluded that the RTPJ is not home to altruistic motives per se, but rather to the ability to trade off moral and material values. So basically, this helps people better understand what the morally
Right from wrong.
right thing is to do. Right? Go ahead.
The right from wrong.
Yeah. Nothing more. That says it all, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's continue. Experimental, this is the last part here, and then we're going to go take a break. Experimental setup. In the experimental setup, the participants received money and were then presented with the opportunity to donate a varying sum to a charitable cause at a cost to themselves, or donate a sum to an organization that supports the use of firearms, in which case they were rewarded. Some of these decisions were taken while other participants were watching, whereas others were taken in secret. So this is interesting, baby. This is a test to see, how trustworthy are you when no one's watching, right? It's kind of like when you're in a relationship. When I'm not with you and you're not with me, it's more about what we do when we're not with each other than when we are with each other, right? How trustworthy are we, right? This is what they're doing. This is great. The researchers then analyzed the decisions the participants took, determining the monetary thresholds at which the participants switched from altruistic to selfish behavior. They compared these findings and settlings with and without magnetic stimulation of the RTPJ area. Final thoughts, baby, before we take our first break.
No thoughts on that. That spoke.
None?
No. I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on the brain, but it's too much for these people.
Come on.
Come on.
What do you mean it's too much for these people?
Neurotransmitters. I can't get into the neurotransmitters and start talking brain stuff with these YouTubers. Babe.
Well, can you say it in plain English, baby, so they can understand it, and so I can understand it too?
Like Mickey Mouse?
Well, yeah, talk to us like Mickey Mouse.
Well, so basically, your brain has neurotransmitters in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they are constantly like reacting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that it?
How do I explain this? Mickey Mouse? Like,
well, you know what? Should we just do another show on it? If it's gonna, it sounds like you want to prepare for this a little bit more.
Yeah, because I want to actually like explain it the right way.
Okay, fair enough, baby. Fair enough. You ready to take our first break? Because we're going to come back and get to another blog titled "How Money Changes the Way You Think and Feel." This is going to be really, really good.
Oh God, yeah.
It's not too terribly long, but we're going to be on for another about 45 minutes when we get back, and this is just going to really hit home, even more so than the first one did. This is a great topic, and this is a topic that I want to continue to constantly discuss here on this channel and through our coaching business, because this is what affects people the most, I believe. Money and morality. I mean,
Money.
wow. Yeah, money and
Shut up.
morals involving money. Right. All right, baby. I'm going to go ahead and put you backstage and cue up the music, and I'll see you in just a little bit. All right, baby?
Sounds good.
All right. All right. So my lady is backstage, and the music is all queued up. Music is all queued up. So I'm going to step away for a quick break here. We're going to step away for a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to get to the second and final block, how money changes the way you think and feel, and you're not going to want to miss this, so stick around! Stick around! Stick around, round. We'll be right everybody. The song is called I Love You by Vibe Tracks. And I love you, baby. Love you, baby. We'll get you back on the show in just a second here. Yeah. Before we do that, we got some Ethan Mixel coming up here in the shadows from the YouTube audio library. Rip it, Ethan. Rip it. Yeah. Energy up, energy up, energy up, energy up. Wow. Yeah. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, baby. Yeah, rip it, Ethan. Rip it. Yeah. Yeah. I feel good. I love Ethan Mixel. He's absolutely the best artist in the YouTube audio library. Lots of changes coming to YouTube. Maybe I'll do a special stream regarding that. We did that on RJ Sandiford's channel. I believe it was last night we did that on RJ Sandiford's channel, so check that out. But I'm going to do a full-blown, show on this at some point as part of my business series, because I'm a business and personal success coach, life coach, relationship coach. But let's get back down to business here on this show. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams, the most positive place on the internet. Let me repeat that. This is the most positive place on the internet. If you're tired of drama, if you're tired of hate, if you're tired of stupid shit, this is the place where you can turn it all around and become the best possible version of yourself that you can be. You're going to want to join us. You're going to want to continue following us and step into the future of positivity with us. Yeah, oh my gosh. Tonight, we've been discussing money and morality, how money changes the way you think and feel. You missed the first part of the show, go back and check out the replay because we went over a great blog. Also, RJ Sandiford joined us for a little bit. He had to leave all of a sudden, but that's okay. He shared some of his thoughts, and it was amazing. And we're going to get to a second blog here that's going to be even more amazing in just a second. But before we even get to that, let me just remind you all that, our business here and our streams and videos are primarily supported by you, the viewers. And if you would like to make a donation to help support us, further bring you the content to uplift you, you can make a donation in one of many ways. You can use a super chat at the bottom of the chat there. You can make a super chat or super sticker in any amount. You can also donate via Cash App and PayPal. Nightbot's been sharing our Cash App and PayPal links every 7 minutes in the chat. On PayPal, you can go to paypal.me/Coach Eli. And on Cash App, you can go to $The Real Coach Eli. And as always, donations are greatly appreciated, but they are not required. And we're the real deal here. We don't force people to donate, but if they feel like they're getting great value, they can send whatever they want to send. So that is that. All right, let me bring back the lady of every hour in my neck of the woods, at least to me, because she is my wonderful, amazing lady. Babe, welcome back. Welcome back, babe, to the show. Welcome back.
Hi, baby.
Baby, are you fired up? Did that intro fire you back up?
I'm fired.
Baby, do you miss me?
I miss you so much. I was
Is that
going to drive out there today.
Well, that would have been quite a surprise. Anyway, it's all good in the hood, baby. Anyway, you ready to get right back to it because this second blog may take a little bit longer than the first, and we are at 1 hour and 10 minutes. We want to keep this show to about 2 hours so we can all rest and relax.
And my doggies are sleeping.
Oh,
They're
I put them to sleep.
Being cozy.
Did I put your dogs to sleep, baby?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, that sucks. Well, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe my my streams to them and videos to them are our streams are like ASMR to you. Yeah, they're like ASMR, right? They're soothing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, all right. Let's go ahead and switch back on over to the browser screen. There we are. And this is from the blog site greatergood.berkeley.edu. So I believe that this is a site that any university can attach to, because there's a greatergood.berkeley and there's probably a greatergood. Other universities and stuff.
Stanford, greater good
yeah.
dot, whatever. Yeah.
I'm assuming that's how it works. But anyway, the title is How Money Changes the Way You Think and Feel. One more time, How Money Changes the Way You Think and Feel. And that title alone, when I saw this blog, baby, it sold me. What do you think about that title alone?
Oh, yeah. No. Like, that speaks
mountains
so much to a lot of people that I know.
Oh yeah Well, let's get into it and see what they say, and we'll put our spin on it. Research is uncovering how wealth impacts our sense of morality, our relationships with others, and our mental health. Baby, that sums it up in a nutshell, doesn't it?
Duh.
I have nothing to add to that, and neither do you. That was perfectly stated.
No. Well, I mean, the only thing I could say is that people that have a lot of money like to use that as a weapon
And a way to control people.
and to control people
Yep.
over their mental health or anything else, or relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see where that is truth. I know for truth in my life, there was a gentleman in this town that I live in that would constantly belittle me no matter what I did, no matter how much money I made, no matter what I had. He wanted to show he was worth more than I was at every time. And because he had a stack of money in his pocket. And that was what it was.
Well, you know what, baby? A couple things come to mind hearing that. Number one, that's a very, very huge and major insecurity for any man that feels just because they have money, they can get any woman they want or they can control anyone they want. That's just ridiculous, right?
Or belittle any woman they want.
Yeah. And, this guy thinks that, money can buy anything. And what he's not realizing is that while maybe the majority of people can be bought, because there are a lot of people that can be easily bought. But when it comes to rare people, and I'm not trying to put us on a pedestal, but we're rare breeds, baby, where money can't buy us. Money doesn't influence our decision-making process. And we're more about morality over money rather than money over morality. And it sounds like this guy is about money over morality. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. No, I will take a best friend and live on the street with them over than having money any other day.
Yeah.
Because that is what is true to life.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that, baby. Let's continue. This was written by Carolyn Grigore on February 8th, 2018. So this was about 4.5 years ago. Still very, very relevant to this day. Has your TV cleared up yet, baby, or is it still kind of fuzzy?
Yes, it has.
Oh, fantastic. The term affluenza, a portmanteau of affluence, and influenza, defined as a painful, contagious, socially transmitted condition of overload, debt, anxiety, and waste resulting from the dogged pursuit of more, is often dismissed as a silly buzzword created to express our cultural disdain for consumerism. Though often used in jest, the term may contain more truth than many of us would like to think. Whether affluenza is real or imagined, money really does change everything as the song goes. And those of high social class do tend to see themselves much differently than others. Wealth and the pursuit of it has been linked with immoral behavior, and not just in movies like The Wolf of Wall Street. What are your thoughts about that, baby, before we continue?
Oh, wow. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, money is important for everybody. Um, we all need it to live. I don't know about this affluenza with all of that, with the social media. I'm not keen on that.
Yeah, it's a fancy term, but you get the gist of what they were saying, though.
I do. I do
Yeah.
get the gist, but I'm just, all of this honestly just really is making me really sick.
Why?
Well, because like this is not how humans should live.
I
More
agree.
money, less empathy? No, that's not how humans should be.
Well, we haven't gotten to that part yet, but you like to skip ahead. That's okay, baby.
Well, no, but that is a great line right there. That
Oh,
is
yeah.
not how humans are supposed to be.
Right.
And that is why I'm having a hard time with this.
Yeah. Do you remember there was a song by Notorious Big, Biggie, God rest his soul, Mo money,
Oh,
mo problems. That's
yep.
perfectly stated. Mo money, mo problems.
Mo problems. R.I.P. B.I.G.
Mm-hmm.
I love that guy. One of my favorite artists.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And one of my favorite lines in that song, it's like the more money we come across, the more problems we see. I mean,
Yes.
God rest Biggie's soul, but he nailed it in this song. Nailed it. Absolutely. Mo money, mo problems.
Happens all the time.
Yeah, let's continue, baby, because I want to get to that part that you mentioned. Psychologists who study the impact of wealth and inequality on human behavior have found that money can powerfully influence our thoughts and actions in ways that we're often not aware of, no matter our economic circumstances. Although wealth is certainly subjective, most of the current research measures wealth on scales of income, job status, socioeconomic circumstances like educational attainment, and intergenerational wealth, meaning that probably inherited money and stuff like that, right? Kind of like the royal family, kind of like, families that hand down money and stuff like that, and there's nothing wrong with, being passed down an estate like our families have, baby. What matters is what are we doing to contribute to it and make it better, right? So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, here are 7 things you should know about the psychology of money and wealth. We're going to blitz through these very quickly here, okay? First of all, the one you mentioned, baby, more money, less empathy. Several studies have shown that wealth may be at odds with empathy and compassion. Research published in the journal Psychological Science found that people of lower economic status were better at reading others' facial expressions, an important marker of empathy than wealthier people. A lot of what we see is a baseline orientation for the lower class to be more empathetic and the upper class to be less so. Study co-author, Michael Krauss told Time. Lower class environments are much different from upper class environments. Lower class individuals have to respond chronically to a number of vulnerabilities and social threats. You really need to depend on others so they will tell you if a social threat or opportunity is coming, and that makes you more perceptive of emotions. While a lack of resources fosters greater emotional intelligence, having more resources can cause bad behavior in its own right. UC Berkeley research found that even fake money could make people behave with less regard for others. Wow. Researchers observed that when two students played Monopoly, one having been given a great deal more Monopoly money than the other, the wealthier player expressed initial discomfort, but then went on to act aggressively, taking up more space and moving his pieces more loudly and even taunting the player with less money. So I get where that's coming from, baby. You know, people that have less tend to be more empathetic, but at the same time, a lot of these people can also project what they don't have on the people that do have stuff, right?
Well,
what are your thoughts
they
about what was
can be
stated there?
empathetic. They'll be empathetic, but they'll also be more aggressive to get ahead.
That's because they feel they're lacking what the upper class has, and that's what they
Yes.
assume they want, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you want to add to that, or should we continue?
Nope. Let's continue.
Wealth can cloud moral judgment. It is no surprise in this post-2008 world to learn, and that was a very, very rough time in our economy, to learn that wealth may cause a sense of moral entitlement. Wow. There's a lot of entitlement going on in the modern world. Anyway, a UC Berkeley study found that in San Francisco, which is the area where we live in, baby, where the law requires that cars stop at crosswalks for pedestrians to pass. Well, why wouldn't you do that anywhere, whether it's a law or not? That's just common sense, right? You don't want to hit people walking, right? Drivers of luxury cars were 4 times less likely than those in less expensive vehicles to stop and allow pedestrians the right of way. They were also more likely to cut off other drivers. So basically, in our area, baby, what is the most popular car out here? I hate this car, but you know what I'm talking about.
Tesla.
Tesla. You're talking about the T. I swear to God, the people that drive Teslas out here think they own the fucking road. Not all of them, but most of them. Another study suggested that merely thinking about money could lead to unethical behavior. Researchers from Harvard and the University of Utah found that study participants were more likely to lie or behave immorally after being exposed to money-related words. Even if we are all well-intentioned, even if we think we know right from wrong, there may be factors influencing our decisions and behaviors that we're not aware of. University of Utah Associate Management Professor Kristen Smith-Crow, one of the study's co-authors, told MarketWatch. Yeah, I honestly think, baby, we've been talking about this offline, but we want to put it online for people to learn. I honestly think that to a certain extent, every human being wants to be a good person. But when it comes time to survival, and, you know, money is what we need to survive primarily, right? People will, in most cases, do whatever it takes to make money to survive, whether it's morally right or wrong. What are your thoughts about that?
Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, I don't cross my morals or ethics to make money. I will always go about it the most ethical way. But there are
and why is that? Well, let me ask you this. Why is that, baby? Let me ask you from you, why do you always choose to take the ethical way?
Well, I was raised by my parents to go that route.
Okay.
My father is a very, very ethical man, and just like your father was.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't cheat the system. They don't ask for any favors. You know, they don't try to hustle anything. They work hard and they get their money from working hard.
Right.
And that's
right.
what I've been taught. And so that's how I go out and I make my money. I work hard and I do what I have to do.
So basically what you're saying, in other words, baby, is that the way that you're raised and having a good mother and father figure in your life makes all the difference in your morality.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yep. Because
Absolutely. Your mother
both of
and
our
father
Mhm.
are that's your foundation.
Yeah. Our parents taught us great old-fashioned traditional morals, values, and ethics. And that's, baby, I'll tell you honestly, I keep telling you what attracts me to you more than anything. Yeah, you're a beautiful woman. That's great. That's a bonus. That's wonderful. And I love that. But, you know, outside of your big heart and soul, your morals, values, and ethics are the most attractive thing to me about you. And
And you can thank my dad and my mom for that.
well, I've already taken your mom out, you and your mom and your aunt one time, but you and your mom and I have done it twice. We've gone to lunch, and one of these days, I'll meet your father. It's all good. I look forward to that, baby. Anyway, let's continue, baby. This is good. I'm really
Yeah.
enjoying this. Wealth has been linked with addiction. Ooh, wealth has been
Oh,
linked with
fuck.
addiction. Oh, baby, that triggered you. Oh, man. While money itself doesn't cause addiction or substance abuse, wealth has been linked with a higher susceptibility to addiction problems. A number of studies have found that affluent children are more vulnerable to substance abuse issues, potentially because of high pressure to achieve and isolation from parents. Studies also found that kids who come from wealthy parents aren't necessarily exempt from adjustment problems. In fact, research found that on several measures of maladjustment, high school students of high socioeconomic status received higher scores than inner city students. Researchers found that these children may be more likely to internalize problems, which has been linked with substance abuse. But it's not just adolescence. Even in adulthood, the rich outdrink the poor by more than 27%. So basically, when you have more money, it doesn't necessarily make you a happy person. What makes you happy is how you feel about yourself and the people you choose to associate with. What are your thoughts about that, baby?
Absolutely. Absolutely. No. Like these people that are of higher stature and they are wealthier than the rest of us. They're drinking every night the best of the best shit, and they
Yeah.
think that they don't have problems. But they do. They do. And money itself can become addictive. And we talked about that in AA today, whether it was drinking or when we stopped drinking and we started eating or we started shopping or something else. Like we are addicts. People that have this tendency are addicts. So we're going to find a different thing to be addicted to.
Well, you could be addicted to what Robert Palmer used to say, baby, addicted to love, right? Might as well face it, you're addicted to love.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Go ahead, baby. Come on, I had to do that.
Oh, no, that's fine, but yeah, it's all well and good to say that, but
baby, are you addicted to love?
I'm addicted to you.
Okay, that's good enough. Continue, baby. Enough said. Go ahead.
No, but it's just the thing is, I'm trying to get across that as an addict, you can quit drinking, you can quit doing
Anytime.
drugs anytime, but
Right,
you're going to
right.
pick up something else, whether it's coffee or whether it's soda or something else. You're gonna be an addict your whole life to
Right,
something.
right. Right. Okay, let's continue, baby. This is getting really good. I think we're at number 4 of 7. Money itself can become addictive, like you said a second ago, baby. The pursuit of wealth itself can also become a compulsive behavior. As psychologist Dr. Tian Dayton explained, a compulsive need to acquire money is often considered a part of a class of behaviors known as process addictions or behavioral addictions, which are distinct from substance abuse. Okay, well said. Let's see what was said down here. These days, the idea of process addictions is widely accepted. Process addictions are addictions that involve a compulsive and or an out-of-control relationship with certain behaviors such as gambling, sex, eating, and yes, even money. There is a change in brain chemistry with a process addiction that's similar to the mood-altering effects of alcohol or drugs. With process addictions, engaging in a certain activity, say viewing pornography. Well, you've asked me, baby, I'm surprised you don't view pornography. Well, baby, I've got you. And when you're not around, I'm busy working and doing other things to prepare for the next time I see you. So,
and you still got me.
And I've got you. Yeah. I mean, it's like, why do I need porn when I got my woman? Like, my woman is all the porn I need. I mean, figuratively speaking, right? Compulsive eating or an obsessive relationship with money can kickstart the release of brain/body chemicals like dopamine. Ooh, wow. I didn't know that. This is interesting. That actually produce a high that's similar to the chemical high of a drug. The person who's addicted to some form of behavior has learned, albeit unconsciously, to manipulate his own brain chemistry. So basically, these people become somebody that they're really not, but they feel they become that person because that's what they're used to, and that's what's making them feel that high. What are your thoughts about that, baby, before we continue?
No, I know that this is what happens all the time. So it's not news to me.
Okay.
Dopamine is a very it's very overwhelming in the body.
It's addicting, huh? That feeling is addicting, huh?
It is. Dopamine is natural, and it's a natural thing that's produced in your body, but it's so addicting because it's a natural high. It gets you up, it gets you moving in a way that's not like medically like stimulated, It's
Right.
just your body.
Let me read the definition on Google, baby. What is the role of dopamine? Dopamine is responsible for allowing you to feel pleasure, satisfaction, and motivation. When you feel good that you have achieved something, it is because you have a surge of dopamine in the brain. And depending on how you get that feeling of dopamine, baby, is going to be a good form of it or a bad addictive form of it in the wrong way that can set you down and set you spiraling down the wrong path. Is that what you were saying, in other words?
Well, yeah, no, dopamine could be great because it could be a high, like an absolute high for you. And that's what I've been using it for.
Okay.
When I get up and I journal and I talk to my dogs, that dopamine just flows through me, and I just get out and I get into my the yard, and I garden a little bit, and I feel really good.
All right. Wonderful. All right. Let's continue here. While a process addiction is not a chemical addiction, it does involve compulsive behavior. In this case, an addiction to the good feeling that comes from receiving money or possessions, which can ultimately lead to negative consequences and harm the individual's well-being. Addiction to spending money, sometimes known as shopaholism. Oh, God, that's funny. like a shopaholic, right? Is another more common
Yes.
type of money associated process addiction, kind of like kind of like many YouTubers out here on the platform.
Well,
They get the dopamine from receiving super chats, and when they don't get as many as they normally do, they go insane because they miss that dopamine high of making that money. Right? Go ahead, baby.
well, yeah, and like in my meeting today, it's like getting that recognition from people, um as like people were talking about how they've switched from drinking to doing other things, and this is one of them, is spending money. And that's why I sent you that thing earlier about the AA was Amazon Anonymous,
Mm-hmm. That
because
was
that
funny.
was yeah, well, that's something that came up in group today, is because we've all stopped drinking, but now we've all started shopping. So now we
Right.
need AA for Amazon Anonymous.
I've got to share that on both of our community tabs, baby. Here on Coach Eli too, and the main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas. That was funny. You're addicted to AA, Amazon Anonymous, right? Is that what? Right?
Well,
Amazon
yeah, I
Anonymous.
said now I need AA for Amazon Anonymous.
I need AA for
It's
Amazon Anonymous. Yeah,
it was
we
funny because it came up in the group today, because they were
yeah.
talking about how everybody's deferred their drinking into other things.
Right, right. And we've all spent a shit ton of money on Amazon, baby. Like, and Amazon is so simple, especially if you have the app. I mean, I like to go on the laptop whenever I can to order Amazon stuff because it's easier to read stuff. But you can sit there on the couch at the end of the night and go on the app, and it's like lightning deal and this and that. It's like, oh shit, they didn't want to buy anything, but that's a damn good deal, only available for another 3 hours. I better get this shit now. I
Are
get it.
you kidding me? I
Mm-hmm.
forget that I order stuff because I'm
Well,
sitting here at night.
Well, that's on you, baby. Anyway, all right, let's continue. We only have a couple more paragraphs to go. We're at 1 hour and 38 minutes. We may be done shortly before the 2 hour mark. This is good. This is good. Great show. Wealthy children may be more troubled. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Children growing up in wealthy families may seem to have it all, but having it all may come at a high cost. Wealthier children tend to be more distressed than lower income kids and are at high risk for anxiety, depression, substance abuse, eating disorders, cheating, and stealing. Research has also found high instances of binge drinking and marijuana use among the children of high income, two parent, white families. That's staggering. In upwardly
Wow.
mobile in upwardly mobile communities, children are often pressed to excel at multiple academic and extracurricular pursuits to maximize their long-term academic prospects, a phenomenon that may well engender high stress, writes psychologist Sunaya Luther in The Culture of Affluence. At an emotional level, similarly, isolation may often derive from the erosion of family time together because of the demands of affluent parents, career obligations, and the children's many after-school activities. That first
Yep.
paragraph I read, baby, really, well, the whole thing, it got to you. Like, what are your thoughts about that? Sounds like you have a lot to say.
Oh no, it's freaking so true. Um I have so many feels on this. I would like, my kids did not grow up in a wealthy family. Um, we were pretty much, uh I would say, just middle class family. Um, but honestly, like, wow, like, so it says wealthier kids tend to be more depressed than lower income kids. My kids were not distressed. They're high risk for anxiety. My daughter was had anxiety and depression. Neither one of them had substance abuse or eating disorders, cheating. My son was a little bit on the stealing.
Okay.
And yeah, my son smokes marijuana. And that's about all of that top thing, the top paragraph.
Well, here's the thing,
Um,
baby, and you've shared this before in some of the other shows we've done, and in your first few interviews we did out here when you first started doing shows with me about 4 months ago. You and your ex-husband made very good money. You were an upper middle class family. The problem is, we live in one of the most expensive areas in the world. And second of all, both of you spent money beyond your means on unnecessary shit, where if you didn't do that, you would have been fine. And so, I understand what you were saying. I'm just saying that, you know, this even affected you and your ex-husband because, I think, and this is with no disrespect, I think you were both financially irresponsible at that point.
oh, I agree. I think we got in way over our heads. We
Mm-hmm.
were, you know, we thought we were making all the money and we had it. But yeah, we were
Mm-hmm.
in way over our heads.
Yeah.
Um,
And your kids saw that. Your kids saw everything. And I'm not blaming you for it. I'm not blaming him. It's just a situation. Obviously, you two were not meant to be together. And it took you folks a while to realize that. And I think that's what probably affected, your kids a little bit, but they still turned out pretty good, baby, despite the
oh, my
circumstances.
children, I mean, even though y'all want to say what y'all want to say out there, um, about my relationship with my kids are the most amazing people in the world. They have their life set and they are so good. So y'all can say what you want to say, but I give you a big fuck you. Like, say what you got to say, but my kids are awesome.
Yeah. And baby, honestly, I think, based on your reaction, it's just my opinion. I think you're still holding on to a little resentment because if you weren't, you wouldn't react that way. But I think
Well,
you further worked through it than you had. And I think you're heading in the right direction and you've made great strides to work through all this. Go ahead.
I have, and all my, like, what I'm trying to say is these people don't know what I'm doing with my relationship with my children and my
Okay.
family. And they want to keep coming out and saying I don't have a relationship with my daughter or my
Uh-huh.
son.
Hmm.
And all I want to say is fuck you. You have no idea
Well,
what I have.
Well, let me say this because I've been really trying to help a lot of people out behind the scenes that are connected through the Coach Eli mod group and stuff like that. You're basically talking about a small group of people out here on YouTube that create content out of every little stupid thing and amp things up that aren't even true half the time or more than half the time. And the thing I have to say is this: you don't have to value them or anyone else's opinion of you that doesn't matter to you, right? Because the bottom
Fine.
line is,
Okay.
like I've all well, baby, all I'm saying is this: The only opinion of yourself that really matters is your own,
Is my own.
right? And let me tell you, baby.
Yes.
Now, I know you're going to value my opinion, and my opinion of you is obviously very, very high because I love you and I think you're an amazing woman. But even my opinion shouldn't really matter to you as much as your own opinion matters about yourself. And as long as you know you have a big heart and soul and you're a good person and you're striving to be the best you can be and you care about others besides just yourself, that's all that matters. So what are your thoughts before we continue here?
Oh, no more thoughts.
No, I think you're amazing, baby. And, I understand, that the reactions are going to happen sometimes, but there really
Nope,
is
I'm
no
done.
done with what?
My thoughts.
Okay. Well, your thoughts are great. Anyway, we tend to perceive the wealthy as evil. Oh, wow. That's interesting, huh, baby?
Sure.
Okay, let's stop right there. Obviously, you're upset at something I said. And I'm not
Nope.
trying to upset you. Then what is the change of attitude all of a sudden? Like
No
I don't want
change.
well, you're not
I'm
as
fine.
spunky as you. Okay. We'll go with that. We tend to perceive the wealthy as evil. On the other side of the spectrum, lower income individuals are likely to judge and stereotype those who are wealthier than themselves, often judging the wealthy as being cold. Of course, it is also true that the poor struggle with their own set of societal stereotypes. Rich people tend to be a source of envy and distrust, so much that we may even take pleasure in their struggles, according to Scientific American. University of Pennsylvania research demonstrated that most people tend to link perceived profits with perceived social harm. When participants were asked to assess various companies and industries, some real, some hypothetical, both liberals and conservatives ranked institutions perceived to have higher profits with greater evil and wrongdoing across the board, independent of the company or industry's actions in reality. My thoughts are this, okay? There are good and bad rich people, and there are good and bad poor people. Now, I think that, what stands out is the bad from the good. The reason why people, are saying that, the rich, can be cold and bad, right? Is because, whenever there's even just one or two people that are rich and act bad, for example, Donald J. Trump, then the stereotype just, goes, all rich people are like that, which is not true, right, baby? What are your thoughts?
No, I agree.
Okay. Anything else you want to say, or?
No.
Well, why not? Baby, obviously, here's the thing. Obviously, I touched a nerve with what I said earlier. And I'm not trying
No,
to
I'm
touch a
cool.
nerve.
I'm okay. Carry on.
Okay. I don't know what's bothering you, but I know you and something is bothering you. And that's okay. We will talk later. And we're all good. Money can't buy happiness or love. We tend to seek money and power in our pursuit of success. And who doesn't want to be successful after all? But it may be getting in the way of the things that really matter: happiness and love. What are your thoughts about that, baby? Do you feel that money and power can get in the way of people being truly happy and
Yes.
being able to love? Okay,
Yes.
what are your go ahead.
I think that um money and power absolutely gets involved with love and happiness. You can't have that.
Right.
It's
Okay.
just there's no correlation there.
Okay. And that's what the next line says. Let's read that and wrap this up because I know you're getting tired. You've had a long day. And I'm going to need to relax soon too. There is no direct correlation between income and happiness. That's a good point. After a certain level of income that can take care of basic needs and relieve strain, some say $50K a year, some say $75K, wealth makes hardly any difference to overall well-being and happiness, and if anything, only harms well-being. Extremely affluent people actually suffer from higher rates of depression. Some data has suggested money itself doesn't lead to dissatisfaction. Instead, it is the ceaseless striving for wealth and material possessions that may lead to unhappiness. Materialistic values have even been linked with lower relationship satisfaction. But here's something to be happy about. More Americans are beginning to look beyond money and status when it comes to defining success in life. According to a 2013 Life Twist study, only around 1/4 of Americans still believe that wealth determines success. And that, 25% of people here in the U.S. are probably on the alt-right, the Trump supporters, because most other people that... Go ahead.
No, I wanna talk on this last paragraph. Like,
Okay.
there's like people can be happy being home and not getting into the world, not being sucked in to everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what needs to happen. Don't be sucked into this, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's not even political. It's stupid crap on YouTube that makes people think that they are not worth their own existence. So all I'm saying is that love yourself. You're all worth it. Everybody is.
Yeah, baby. Here's the thing. Let me wrap up by saying this, and I'll have you go backstage, and I'll just wrap up the show very quickly after that, and then we'll talk afterwards privately. I think what you're saying is that people's behavior. Many people behave differently online than they do offline, and the primary reason why I feel people behave differently online than offline is because either A, they're doing that to make money or more money and get more attention to make more money, or they just, they hate their real life so much that they come on social
They
media.
hate themselves.
Yeah, they hate themselves, and they want to come out here and stir up trouble and try to knock people down that they perceive to be better than them so they can feel better. I've been saying that for years, and that's the truth, right? And if good people like you and I can understand that, and we can teach other good people to understand that, it won't affect them, and they can avoid that. They can learn to identify it better and avoid that. And that's what we offer here, baby. We've been through all this shit, and we can teach people how to quickly identify these types of people and just avoid them like the plague. Final thoughts, and then we're going to wrap this up.
Oh, you got those final thoughts.
I took the words right out of your mouth, baby. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Well, baby, I got to say I love you. This was one of the best shows we've done. I feel this was a really, really good show. I feel energized. I feel great. I have enough energy to call you. We can talk a little bit. I know you're going to be tired, so we won't talk too long.
Oh, my dogs are barking at you.
Oh, they're watching me on the TV?
Yep.
I'm on the lower right corner for right now because I'm on the browser screen, and I'm at the bottom here.
Yep.
Mini me. But on your big TV, you can still see me pretty big though, huh? On the bottom right.
Yeah. Yeah, you just woke Bochi up.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bochi. I apologize, dude. The ASMR faded away. Anyway, but yeah, baby, let me go back to full screen here and say a great show. I really wish RJ would have stuck around for the whole show because curious to hear more of his thoughts, but we can always talk more about it another time. This is a topic that we're going to continue discussing because it's very, very important, and it really affects people's behavior. And a lot of times when it comes to money, people don't even really want to behave the way they're behaving, but they feel like if they don't behave that way and do certain things, they're not going to make as much money. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. It just may take a little more hard work and dedication to do it the right way, but some people just don't want to do that. So, but anyway, baby, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Anything else before I put you backstage and wrap up the show? Baby, I cannot hear you. Well, did we lose you? Okay. Well, I think she still shows on StreamYard, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the show. I'm going to put her backstage, and that's going to wrap it up for tonight at 1 hour and 56 minutes. I want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you again to Tam, Miss T for your $2 Australian super chat, and welcome also to the mod crew. And folks, Sandra Palacio, is that you? Sandra, let me make sure that is the real Sandra. And Sandra, send me a message on Facebook right after this and let me know that is you because great show. The second half was a bomb. Oh, excellent. Let me see. Go to channel. That is you, Palacio. Make sure that you send me a message. I'm going to go ahead and moderate you here, Sandra Palacio. Welcome back to the mod crew. I believe I may have already added you to the Coach Eli private, group chat behind the scenes. If not, I will do that later tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, just message me on Facebook just to double verify that is you. But I checked the channel and it's the one I'm subscribed to. I believe that is you. Welcome to the mod crew and thank you for being here. And that's going to wrap it up, folks. More content's coming tomorrow. You'll probably get at least one more stream tomorrow, at least a walk. And I may just take the rest of the night off tomorrow night to create some pre-recorded content. For the main channel. Baby, I did not kick you off. I could not hear anything. I think you were still on the StreamYard, but I couldn't hear you. I waited for about 30 seconds, and then I just put you backstage. But you know what? If you're still there, which you're not, I could have brought you back on. Baby, I would never kick you off our own panel. I wouldn't do that. I could not hear you. Something happened and your audio went out, even though it showed you there. So send me a text. Let me know you heard this. I don't want to hurt your peepees. Lots of love. And that's going to do it. With that being said, folks, have yourself a great one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.